Welcome to Story Time Thursday. I love this week. It's be kind, be able to say no, care for your mind. We've all been a kid. We've all been hurt. We've all been instilled with some fears, some things holding us back. But we have to be our advocate in what we need now to move forward in facing every fear that we have, and not all at once, but when they pop up, instead of like pushing it off to the side, we are saying, okay, I need to do something about this. So let's get to Story Time Thursday and see what the card says. What was the best mistake you've made that really turned out really well? The best mistake. Oh, is there a best mistake? Well, my thing about mistakes is that I believe they open opportunities for me to learn, to know, or to move on from something. But I think looking at the best mistake, I don't know. I don't know if I have a best mistake. I have mistakes for sure. You know, we lived in Texas and we were living in a perfectly great house. And we're like, no, we need a bigger house. So we moved to way enormous house that we didn't need. We didn't need to move, but we weren't thinking straight. So we did move into this big, huge house. And my husband was going to lose his job, lose his ability to pay for this house. So unfortunately, we had to move. And now we have this big, enormous house instead of another house that probably would have sold a lot easier. But it was probably the best mistake because it allowed us to move on to our next journey, up to where we are now. You know, we have moved quite a bit, but I think with every move, it gave us opportunities to get to this next step. So to get to this next step to where I am today, which is living in my dream house and having great relationships with all my kids. So I love where I'm at now. So the best mistake maybe is buying that huge house, because I guess that is a pivotal moment that if we didn't buy that huge, enormous house that we couldn't possibly afford if my husband lost his job, that we had to move back up north and eventually get where we are now. So I'll take that as the best mistake, is buying that way too big of a house and making really horrible financial decision. But what is your best mistake you've made that turned out really well? So go ahead and write it in the comments. I would love to see it. Tomorrow, let's see our third week of Friday Freeze. See you then.